from China, from the United Kingdom, from the District of Columbia, from Australia, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it is for the WWE Championship, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship, and it is for the United States Championship, and it is for the World Tag Team Championship, and it is for the WWE Tag Team Championship, and it is for the Cruiserweight Championship, and it is for the WWE Women's Championship, and it's for the Hardcore Championship, and it's for the $1 Million Championship, and it's for the Smoking Skull Championship, from Utah, from Vermont, from Virginia, from Washington, from West Virginia, from Wisconsin, from Wyoming, from Japan, from England, from Mexico, from Canada, from Korea, from Germany, from France, from Italy, from the Caribbean, from Spain, from Ireland, from parts unknown, from Dudleyville, from Missouri, from Montana, from Nebraska, from Nevada, from New Hampshire, from New Jersey, from New Mexico, from New York, from North Carolina, from North Dakota, from Ohio, from Oklahoma, from Oregon, from Pennsylvania, from Rhode Island, from South Carolina, from South Dakota, from Tennessee, from Texas, from Mississippi, from California, from Colorado, from Connecticut, from Delaware, from Florida, from Georgia, from Hawaii, from Idaho, from Illinois, from Indiana, from Iowa, from Kansas, from Kentucky, from Louisiana, from Maine, from Maryland, from Massachusetts, from Michigan, from Minnesota, Pumpkinhead, Pumpkinhead, and Pumpkinhead, Egger, Egger, and Egger, Hog, Hog, and Hog, Dickie, Dickie, and Dickie, Pow, Pow, and Pow, from Alabama, from Alaska, from Arizona, from Arkansas, the Vampire, and the Vampire, Victor, Vincent, and Wesley, Will, and William, and William, Zachary, and Zachary, and Lilian, Chris, and Lumpy, Sexy Girl, and Shane, Sean, and Stephanie, Steven, and Steven, 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 and Steven, the superstar, the superstar, and the superstar, Tank, Tank, and Tank, Thomas, Thomas, and Thomas, Tiffany, Tiffany, and Tiffany, Timothy, Timothy, and Timothy, Todd, Todd, and Todd, Travis, Travis, and Travis, Tyler, Tyler, and Tyler, the vampire, Victor, and Victor, the villain, and the villain, Vincent, and Vincent, Wesley, Wesley, and the Queen, and Rebecca, Richard, and Richard, Robert, Ronald, Ronald, and Ronald, Ryan, Ryan, and Ryan, the Saint, the Saint, and the Saint, Samuel, Samuel, and Samuel, the Samurai, the Samurai, and the Samurai, Sarah, Sarah, and Sarah, Scott, Scott, and Scott, Sean, Sean, and Sean, and Sexy Girl, Shane, Shane, and Sean, the Soldier, the Soldier, and the Soldier, the Star, the Star, and the Star, Stephanie, Stephanie, and the Professional, Prototype, Prototype, and Prototype, the Queen, the Queen, Rachel, Rachel, and Rachel, Raymond, Raymond, and Raymond, Rebecca, Rebecca, Richard, Robert, and Robert, Sexy Girl, Nicole, and Patrick, Paul, the People's Champ, Peter, and Philip, Philip, the Player, and the Player, the President, and the President, the Professional, the Professional, Lauren, and the Legend Killer, Luis, and the Machine, the Man, Mark, and Matthew, Megan, and Megan, Melissa, and Melissa, Michael, Michael, Michelle, Michelle, and Michelle,
the Miss,
the Miss, and the Miss,
the Monster,
the Monster, and the Monster,
Nathan,
Nathan, and Nathan,
Nathaniel,
Nathaniel, and Nathaniel,
Nicholas,
Nicholas, and Nicholas,
Nick,
Nick, and Nick,
Nicole,
and Nicole,
the Ninja,
the Ninja, and the Ninja,
Patrick,
Patrick,
Paul,
and Paul, the People's Champ, the People's Champ, Peter, and Peter,
Philip,
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 and Philip,
the President, Jose, Joshua,
and Joshua, Juan,
Justin, Kendall, the Kid,
Kimberly, and Kimberly,
the King,
the King, and the King,
Kyle,
and Kyle,
the Ladies Man, Larry,
and Larry,
Laura,
and Lauren, and Lauren,
the Legend,
and the
Legend Killer,
Lewis, and
the Machine,
the Man, and the Man,
Marcus,
and Marcus,
Mark,
and Mark,
Matthew,
Megan,
Melissa, the Immovable Object,
Jacob, and Jared, and Jeffrey, and Jennifer,
Jeremy, Jessica,
and Jessica,
Joel,
and Joel,
John,
and John,
Jonathan,
and Jonathan,
Jordan,
and Jordan, Jose, and Jose,
Joseph,
and Joseph, Joshua,
Juan,
and Juan, Justin, and
Keith,
and Keith, Kendall, and
Kenneth,
and Kenneth,
Kevin,
Kevin, and Kevin, and the kid,
Kimberly,
and the genius, George,
the ghost,
and the ghost,
the giant,
and the giant,
Heather,
and Heather, the hero, and the hero,
the hitman,
the hitman, and the hitman,
Hollywood,
Hollywood, and Hollywood, hot stuff, and hot stuff,
Ian,
Ian, and Ian,
the icon,
the icon, and the icon,
the immortal,
the immortal, and the immortal, the irresistible force, and the irresistible force,
Jacob, James,
James,
Jared,
and Jared,
Jason,
Jason, and Jason,
Jeffrey,
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 and Jeffrey,
Jennifer,
Jennifer, Jeremy, and Jeremy, the devil, and Devin,
Donald, Douglas,
Douglas, and Dylan, and Dynamite,
Edward,
and Edward,
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth, and Elizabeth,
Emily,
Emily, and Emily,
Eric,
Eric, and Eric,
Eric, Evan,
Evan, and Evan,
Frank,
Frank, and Frank,
the freak,
the freak, and the freak,
Gabriel,
Gabrielle, and Gabrielle,
Gary,
Gary, and Gary,
the genius,
the genius, and George, the ghost, the giant,
Gregory,
Gregory, and Gregory, Heather,
the hero,
and Christina, and Christopher,
the cobra,
and the cobra,
Cody,
Cody, Colin,
the corporal,
the corporal, and the corporal,
Corey,
Corey, and Corey,
the cowboy,
the cowboy, and the cowboy,
Craig,
Craig, and Craig,
the criminal,
the criminal, and the criminal,
Crystal,
Crystal, and Crystal,
Curtis,
Curtis, and
Danielle,
Daniel, and Daniel,
the devil,
and the devil,
Devin,
Devin, Donald, and Donald, and Douglas,
Dustin,
Dustin, and Dustin,
Dylan,
Dylan,
Dynamite,
Dynamite, Edward, Antonio, Benjamin,
Brandon,
and Brandon,
the Brawler,
Brent, and Brent,
Brian,
and Brian,
Brittany,
Brittany, and Brittany,
the Bruiser,
the Bruiser, and the Bruiser,
Brian,
Brian, and Brian,
the Bull,
the Bull, and the Bull,
Carlos,
and Carlos,
Casey,
Casey, and Casey,
the Cat,
the Cat, and the Cat, Dave, Dave, and Dave,
Charles,
Charles, and Charles,
the Cheater,
the Cheater, and the Cheater,
Christina,
Christina,
Christopher,
Christopher, the Cobra,
Colin,
and Colin, Aaron, and Alex, Alexander, and Alexander,
the Alien, Amanda,
Amanda, and Amanda, Amber,
Amy,
Amy, and Amy,
Andrew,
Andrew, and Andrew,
Anthony,
Anthony, and Anthony,
Antonio,
and Antonio, Ashley, Ashley, and Ashley,
the Beast,
the Beast, and the Beast,
Benjamin,
and Benjamin,
Big Daddy,
Big Daddy, and Big Daddy,
Blake,
Blake, and Blake,
Bradley,
Bradley, and Bradley, Brandon, the Brawler, and the Brawler,
Brent,
Brett, and Brett, Brian,
Aaron,
and Aaron,
Adam,
Adam, and Adam,
Adrian,
Adrian,
Alex,
Alex,
Alexander,
the alien, and the alien,
Amber,
and Amber,
Brett,
Carlos, and Cody,
George, Hot Stuff,
the immovable object, and the immovable object,
the irresistible force,
and James, and the ladies' man, the legend killer, and Michael, the player.
The following contest is a table match. The following contest is a tag team table match.
The following contest is a Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following contest is a King of the Ring tournament. The following contest is a Smackdown versus Raw tournament. The following contest is a Beat the Clock tournament. The following contest is a Road to WrestleMania. The following contest is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. The following contest is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The following contest is for the United States Championship. The following contest is for the WWE Women's Championship. The following contest is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. The following contest is for the World Tag Team Championship. The following contest is for the Cruiserweight Championship of the World. The following contest is for the Hardcore Championship. The following contest is for the $1 Million Championship. Katie Lee. And Katie Lee, Paul Burchill. Paul Burchill. And Paul Burchill, Robbie, Rory, and Rory, Shannon Moore, Balls Mahoney, and Balls Mahoney, Kevin Thorne, and Kevin Thorne, Deuce, and Deuce, Domino, and Domino, Cherry, and Cherry. The following contest is an Inferno match. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. The following contest is a no-fall match. The following contest is a non-title match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. The following 6-man tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. The following contest is an elimination tag team match. The following contest is a 6-man elimination tag team match. The following triple threat match is scheduled for one fall. The following contest is a fatal 4-way and it is scheduled for one fall. The following handicap match is scheduled for one fall. The following contest is a 4-man battle royal. The following contest is a 6-man battle royal. The following contest is an over-the-top rope 4-man battle royal. The following contest is an over-the-top rope 6-man battle royal. The following contest is a buried alive match. The following contest is an elimination chamber match. The following contest is a first blood match. The following contest is a hardcore match. The following contest is a Hell in the Cell match. The following contest is an Iron Man match. The following contest is a last man standing match. The following contest is a ladder match. The following contest is a steel cage match. The following contest is a submission match. The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. The following contest is an ECW Extreme Rules match. The following contest is for the Intercontinental Championship. Festus and Festus, The Miz, and The Miz, Zack Ryder, and Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, and Kurt Hawkins, Chuck Palumbo, Chuck Palumbo, and Chuck Palumbo, Jimmy Wang Yang, Jimmy Wang Yang, and Jimmy Wang Yang, Beth Phoenix the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix the Glamazon, and Beth Phoenix the Glamazon, Jillian, and Jillian, Floyd Money Mayweather, Floyd Money Mayweather, and Floyd Money Mayweather, Layla, and Layla, Mike Knox, and Mike Knox, Charlie Haas, and Charlie Haas, the Canadian Bulldog, D.H. Smith, the Canadian Bulldog, D.H. Smith, and the Canadian Bulldog, D.H. Smith, Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre, Katie Lee, Robbie, and Robbie, Rory, Shannon Moore, and Shannon Moore, Balls Mahoney, Shad, and Mark Henry,
Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart,
Elijah Burke, and Elijah Burke, Michelle McCool, and Michelle McCool, Armando Estrada, and Armando Estrada, the Boogeyman, and the Boogeyman, Santino Marella, and Santino Marella, Victoria, and Victoria, Big Daddy V, and Big Daddy V, Hardcore Holly, and Hardcore Holly, Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes, Paul London, and Paul London, Brian Kendrick, and Brian Kendrick, Shelton Benjamin, and Shelton Benjamin, Jesse, and Jesse Festus, The Miz, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Randy Orton. And Ashley, Kelly. And Kelly, JTG. And JTG, the Great Khali. And the Great Khali, Snitsky. And Snitsky, Tommy Dreamer. And Tommy Dreamer, Terry Funk. And Terry Funk, Sabu. And Sabu, Sandman. And Sandman, Taz. And Taz, Melina. And Melina, John Morrison. And John Morrison, Kofi Kingston. And Kofi Kingston, Bret the Hitman Hart. And Bret Hart. And Shad, Mark Henry. And Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Michelle McCool, Sergeant Slaughter. And Sergeant Slaughter, John Cena. And John Cena. And Gregory Helms, Candice. And Tori Wilson, Mickey James, Mick Foley. And Mick Foley, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Rick Rude. And Rick Rude, Stephanie McMahon. And Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon. And Shane McMahon, Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie Guerrero, Umaga. And Umaga, Finlay. And Finlay, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And Rowdy Roddy Piper, Batista. And Batista, Randy Orton. And Randy Orton, Mr. Kennedy. Ashley. John Bradshaw Layfield. And John Bradshaw Layfield, Mr. McMahon. And Mr. McMahon,
William Regal, Carlito,
Rey Mysterio, The Big Show, and The Big Show, Maria, Lance Cade, and Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch, and Trevor Murdoch, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair,
and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair,
CM Punk, and CM Punk, Kenny Dykstra, and Kenny Dykstra, Chris Masters,
the Masterpiece, Chris Masters, and the Masterpiece, Chris Masters,
Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, and Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, Chavo Guerrero,
and Chavo Guerrero,
Sergeant Slaughter,
John Cena, Gregory Helms, Candace,
Tori Wilson,
Mickey James, and Mickey James,